A glimpse of hope. Afiba and Aemon had been traveling for days through the dangerous wilds. Their journey to the shattered river was filled with strange and terrifying creatures. The deeper they went, the more the land seemed to resist them. Nightmarish beasts, twisted leftovers from Quasi's magic, lurked in the shadows, creatures of nightmare, with glowing eyes that tracked their every move. But the monsters weren't their only challenge. The very air felt thick with old, wild magic. The ground trembled underfoot. The trees whispered warnings in voices only half heard. Every step forward was a test of courage, but Afiba and Aemon pressed on. They had a mission, and nothing would stop them now. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, they reached the heart of the shattered river. The water churned and crashed, like a beast trying to escape its chains. The sky turned black, and a blood-red moon rose high, casting a haunting crimson light over the land. It was time. Afiba stepped forward and took a deep breath. She began speaking the ancient words she had learned from forgotten scrolls. Her voice echoed across the land, like a spell of memory and power. The river roared. The earth shook. The water boiled, twisting and turning like a serpent full of fury. Then, from the river's heart, something rose. A figure, a warrior, King Kaku Aka. But something was wrong. His body shimmered with spectral armor, and his eyes burned with fierce, blinding anger. He looked lost, trapped between vengeance and duty. He didn't remember who he was. His spirit was fractured, and the rage within him threatened to destroy everything. Afiba's heart raced. This was not the noble king from the old stories. This was a wounded soul, powerful, dangerous, and broken. But she refused to give up. With steady resolve, she stepped forward and spoke. She reminded him of the people he once protected, of the kingdom he had fought for. She spoke of the suffering of his people, and his people who still believed in him. Her voice cut through the fog of fury like a blade of light. Kaku Aka's rage began to flicker. His armor dimmed, pulsing like a flame nearing its end. The fury in his eyes softened, replaced by sorrow and recognition. It was as if the river itself was washing away the pain that had kept him prisoner. And then he stood tall, no longer a vengeful spirit, no longer lost. King Kaku Aka was whole again. He remembered. A protector. A king. A warrior reborn with purpose. As the storm calmed and the river grew still, Kaku Aka turned to Afiba and Aemon. His eyes were clear now, eyes filled with resolve. The kingdom still needed saving, and now the true king had returned. The awakening was complete. The time for action had come, to be continued. In the shadows of the past, a king has awakened. But the battle for the future has just begun. Will the kingdom rise once more? Or will darkness claim it forever? The journey continues in Chapter 4. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to follow the legend of King Kaku Aka. Drop your thoughts below. What would you do if you held the power to awaken a forgotten king? This is more than a story. It's a legacy.